In 2016, I partnered with experienced white farmers to start an agricultural business. When it came time to name it, they suggested a Shona name for market appeal. That moment taught me something. Sometimes those who aren't from our culture understand its value more than we do. In just 24 months, I learned lessons that some pay thousands to study. But the real insights, they came from doing, from being in the field, understanding the market, facing challenges, and discovering trade secrets firsthand. If you're thinking of entering agriculture, get an advisor who has lived it. Retired experts are often happy to guide for a fraction of the cost, and their knowledge is gold. Africa is built on agriculture. Now it's time to reimagine it with AI, innovation, and value addition. As Strive Masiwa said, let's take the whole to the museum. Let's empower rural communities with better tools, better knowledge, and a better future. Let's build the Africa we want together. Fruit and vegetables are so well priced in Africa. I went to a grocery store in New York to pick up my daily fruits, and I was shocked. What cost me $4 in South Africa or $6 in Dubai was a whopping $13 here in New York. It made me think about how many people in Africa could afford to spend $13 per day on fruits. Back home, many of our vegetables are grown in our own backyards, organic and non-GMO, making our food both rich and affordable. As I walked through the store, I noticed that there wasn't much from Africa on the shelves, yet I know many of these products use raw materials from our continent. This is a clear sign that Africa needs to step up its game in value addition, packaging, and branding for international markets. The prices I'm seeing here could be what our African brothers and sisters could be earning if we export value-added products instead of raw materials. Right now, we import more than we export, and that's a problem. We need more African traders to learn the art of both import and exporting. Our diaspora communities can play a huge role by selling African products in the countries they reside in. Don't cut economic ties with Africa when you move abroad. Help save Africa from where you are. Every country I visit, I make it a point to explore the local markets. A few weeks ago, I was at a market in Franschhoek where I met a guy who's passionate about trees. His business is all about woodcuts, and he knows the origin and environmental impact of different types of wood. I'll share more about him in my next video. But for now, let's talk about markets. A friend told me about a market at Borodo Racecourse, saying if you want to see a market that attracts white Zimbabweans, go there. Sure enough, I found a strong community supporting each other. Here's something interesting I've noticed. Most markets source goods locally, except in South Africa, where there is a mix. With Airbnb making travel cheaper, why don't we see more Zambian artists selling in Zimbabwe? Why aren't traders from different countries collaborating, exchanging inventory and diversifying their offerings instead of selling the same products? Africa is a culture of competition, but we need to shift towards collaboration. A Zambian, Kenyan, or Nigerian is not competition. They are potential partners. There's so much we can learn from each other. How do we change this mindset? These borders are man-made. We need to remove them from our minds. I dream of an Africa where we embrace unity, share knowledge, and grow together, regardless of color, background, or nationality. Let's build that future.